Hello and welcome back to the 90% Unrestricted Classic tutorial. This episode is going to be on Mars Core. This is a fairly short level. A lot of weird stuff in this level, so let's just get to it. Firstly, there's a nasty elevator in the beginning of this level. We're just going to skip it. So what you're going to do is press space to continue as the game is commanding of you. As soon as you see that zoom in thing, let me show that to you again. You're going to see a zoom in. You can press escape and then exit the menu. We're going to perform an extended black screen here. So it's important that you do not skip the cutscene. Make sure that the cutscene is still going on. I'm going to exit the menu. And then all I did there was just, instead of holding down spacebar, I just did space, 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 space. You can also do an extended black screen by just waiting on your spacebar input. And I'll show that to you here as well. You have to wait 5 seconds for this, but reset mission. You can also perform an extended black screen by just waiting a second and then holding down space. Whichever you want. They're both the same speed because the timer doesn't go in the main menu. So yeah, when the black screen actually starts, count to 5 seconds in your head. I like to imagine a 120 BPM song, and on the 10th beat, I skip the cutscene. Because while the screen is still black, the game is loaded, and the game is doing things. It's like going through animations and stuff. In this case, it is going through a cutscene. And right at the end, you're going to hit skip cutscene, and that'll place the elevator as high as possible, and you'll actually be able to move in the elevator because you skipped the cutscene during the black screen. Let me show that to you here. There. I skipped the cutscene while the screen was still black, and I could just move. So now we need to get out of the elevator. You're going to nudge yourself in this corner and slowly scroll. The important thing here is that you get this weird little it kind of boosts you up a little bit. There's a small little trimp up, and then you're getting to here. Let me redo the clip. Again, that's into the corner. Slow scroll upwards, land here. What you're going to do is do the inputs of a fast drop slope boost, but diagonal. This is very finicky. But you're going to get stuck in the corner there, and then just slope boost up and dash to break your momentum around this height. Then look at the big fat gun. Double ballista boost this way. I'll do that one more time. Up the slow scroll. Boost up. And you're going to land around here. You want to land straight in this crevice here. There is a teleporter down here that will take you into this room. I'm not going to take the teleporter just yet, but this room is a very special room. For the actual movement here, if you're a little bit too low, you can just bunny hop on this and you're good. Don't worry. There's also a barrel out here. You can show your friends that there is a barrel out here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, not much else out here. If you're super high, something you need to be careful of is if you hit this edge here or this edge here, you might just trimp, make a half pipe motion without hitting the teleporter down here and just fly straight up. You don't want to do that. Be careful if you're super high and you're falling straight into the teleporter. The safest way is just don't get a ton of height, and also the fastest way is don't get a ton of height. Ballista, do a sort of late double jump, and then fall in here. Yeah, fall in here. This is the dev room. We're going to use the dev room that Hugo has kindly left for us. Oh, you can't see the ceiling sometimes. You can teleport to anywhere in the level. Start with intro, without the intro. This just puts you at the bottom of the elevator. or it puts you in the elevator, I mean. Gun deck, super gun, all of these different like fast travel locations usually. The important one here is Hellcore. That's the end of the level. And also, there's a BFG pickup. How nice of them. So you're going to pick up the BFG. I like to just like dash into it. Take Hellcore. And you're going to be teleported here. This is the end of the level if you recognize it. From here, now that we have the BFG, we just want to get to the end of the level. And there's a few ways to do that. I'll cover all 3 of them. The first way, which is the coolest way, is by a very fast zip on 250 FPS. I'll show that to you here. You're going to double jump 2 ballista boosts. Oh, it's so cool. I love that zip so much. The basic gist of how you do this is I did two ballistas there because with this strat you have the ballista room to actually do that. And I did the momentum preservation thing through the wall here, similar to the one in Exultia, at the beginning of Exultia, where I punched the top of it and I could preserve my momentum. What you want to do is mantle between right here and right here. Do a back press, not a short back press, but this is the same inputs as Rough Criminal in Cultist Base, the same inputs as the Cultist Base zip. Look right here at like the corner of here, and what you're going to do, I'm going to save location, is dash and then hold your forward, or tap your forwards key, sorry, a certain time interval after you dash. If you do not press your forwards key, what's going to happen is you're going to hit this wall. I'll show that to you here. Or that'll happen. Yeah, you're going to hit the wall and just go straight up. But if you press forwards, then you'll get a zip. So what I like to do is during the zip, I'll just move my mouse a bit. The other thing is that you don't want to press forwards too late. Or too early, sorry. If you press it too late, you'll hit the wall. If you press it too early, then what'll often happen... Now I can't get the zip to fail. What the heck? Okay, well, promise me this fails sometimes, and it's usually because you press forwards too early, and you get like no height. I don't know why this is succeeding so much. Usually this is a lot harder. Yeah. You'll get like not enough height. You'll get up to this height, and that's because you didn't hit this ramp enough. Yeah, once you actually get the zip, you can do... There it is. Oh my gosh. So when I'm trying to showcase the movement after the zip, then it doesn't work. But when I'm trying to showcase how it can fail, it does work. I love this game. You can do like 3 punch cancels here. And that's like stupid fast. And you want to go straight to there. I purposefully hit this so that I wouldn't hit the end of level screen, but... Yeah, the zip is kind of nuts. It's also kind of a run killer when you're going for it, because that could happen. I didn't want to hit that. But yeah, that's how you do the zip. I'll show you the... I'm not even going for that in runs right now, because it's not really a necessary strat to go for sub 18, which is my goal for the time being. However, in the near future, I will be going for that, not only because it's the fastest strat, saves about 3 seconds. It's also just looks so cool. It just looks so cool. I love it so much. So with Marscore strats, there's basically like a chain of command, I guess, in my like recommendations of what you should be going for in like initial attempts, or even like, you know, just like you know, final attempts or whatever, as you're getting more used to the run. And that is like try out this zip up here. If it doesn't work out and you like can't get it consistently enough to make it feel worth it in a run, then go to the next best thing, which is going to be this zip. Now, this zip is like barely slower down here. Barely slower than this. It's mainly slower because you have lower airspeed. So for this, your ballista route is going to be a little bit different. Rather than doing 2 ballista boosts here, you only do 1. Oops. Try to get a lurch hop like down here. Come on. There's this invisible like collision here that you need to go over, and that's really annoying. Get a lurch hop down here. Swap to 144 FPS. Ice bomb this Baron. Mantle backwards. Doesn't really matter a ton where you mantle, but basically just sort of the middle of this rubble. And the way that I'm mantling is literally just walk into it. Do your backwards press, just like the Cultist zip and the other Marscore zip. You're going to look at this speck. Right above my crosshair, there's a white speck on the staircase. It might be hard to see with YouTube compression, but it's basically like kind of below this corner here in the textures. You're going to look at that. Save location. And here's the natural trajectory of this zip. Pretty nice. It's pretty consistent too. There's no like hard inputs to it. It's just positioning. And for this, you want to save Ballista. And just start spamming Ballista backwards. You can fit 4 shots in there. Whoops. So the reason why you want to change your Ballista routing in the beginning of the level if you do this, or in the previous part of the level if you do this, is because 2 reasons. First is that at the lower speed, you'll actually get like faster movement here because you're not going to need to like break yourself here. So that extra ballista spot, that extra ballista shot, I mean, is going to actually save time by firing it at the tail end of the movement on the zip. So here's the setup just once more. Boom. And then boom. So if this zip doesn't work out for you, then the next best thing is a slope boost. Which is understandable. Both of these zips are honestly like pretty hard to just like get really fast in a run. I don't even do either of them yet. I've been more focused on, at least at the time of recording this, I've been more focused on like finishing runs and trying to get a sub 18 run. When I start pushing lower times, I'll definitely go for this top zip here, but like, you know, that it's a hard zip and is a run killer and only saves like 3 or 4 seconds versus the old strat, which is the slope boost strat, which is what I've been doing in runs lately, just to make sure that I can like finish Marscore because that's an issue a lot of the time when you're doing the hard strats. So here, what you're going to do is just like slam yourself. This is the same ballista routing as the bottom zip here. Slam yourself into this left corner, and then hold forwards, and then be tapping left until your cursor is above this black line, like right here. Doesn't matter your precise positioning. Like, I just kind of eyeball it a lot of the time. Like this works. This will work. This will work. Like it's not super precise, but just don't be like way far off. You're gonna weapon wheel, and then slope boost, and throw out 4 ballista shots. And the actual placement of my ballista shots are gonna be kind of specific places. Like that. So the first one, I just kind of like shoot at the wall, whatever. But the other ones, I'm specifically trying to like aim myself to like hit like sort of these corner bits here, because that gives you a really nice trajectory to like curve slightly around here. If you notice, when I was covering the zip here, I actually went like to the left, or to the right and then to the left. That's because the wall here is at a lower height than in the middle. In the middle, it's at a higher height. There. There's like barely room to fit in, to squeeze in here. It's kind of insane. But there's a lot more room over in the left and right corners. So that's what we go for with these strats. And that really, you don't really think about that with the 2 zips, but for the slope boost, you really think about that. This is why I mention it here. You see the first ballista shot just kind of went anywhere. The second one, I'm aiming here. The third one, I'm aiming here. And the fourth one, I'm aiming like around here. The exact placement like is not that precise, but just those general directions will give you a really nice trajectory. Where you go through the hole here and you don't hit the wall, because hitting the wall is very not good. Do that one more time. Oops. You can see it's pretty lenient. I accidentally got a weapon wheel swap over to plasma rifle and it still worked. Yeah. That is Marscore. There's not really any like backup strats to cover, or backup strats at all, other than just reloading checkpoint. If you miss the zip, either of the zips, what you should do is load checkpoint, and then just try it again. As you can see, that this is the reason why I have been doing that in runs. Or, as the slope boost could be your backup strat. Whatever really floats your boat. And that's it with Marscore. I'll see you in Sentinel Prime. Have fun. This is a very nice level that no runs have ever died to. Smile.